Bitter criticism. Bitter criticism. Reading a little more from Russia Today. This is a news from Viktor Orban. And says, July 6, 2024, Home World News. War has become NATO's agenda, Orban. In an op-ed published on the same day as his visit to Moscow, the Hungarian Prime Minister warned that the military bloc risks committing suicide. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban delivers a press statement following talks with his Russian counterpart President Vladimir Putin at the Kremlin in Moscow on July 5. NATO has effectively made warmongering its raison d'etre by jettisoning its original peaceful and defensive nature, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has claimed. Hungary's leader, a vocal critic of Western involvement in the Ukraine conflict, has repeatedly warned that ever more escalatory steps by the US-led military bloc could eventually lead to a direct military confrontation with Russia, yielding catastrophic consequences. On Friday, Orban paid a surprise visit to Moscow, where he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Hungarian Prime Minister's office clarified that he was on a peacekeeping mission. The discussion between the two leaders centered on potential ways to peacefully resolve the Ukraine conflict. Wrapping up the talks, Orban acknowledged that Moscow's and Kiev's positions remain very far apart. He added, however, that we've already taken the most important step, establishing contact, and vowed to continue the effort. Earlier in the week, the Hungarian Prime Minister arrived in Kiev, where he sat down with Vladimir Zelensky. Orban advocated an immediate ceasefire and negotiations during the visit. On the same day as his trip to Moscow, an op-ed penned by Orban was published in Newsweek, which addressed the latest tendencies involving NATO, on which Hungary has been a member since 1999. In it, he stressed Budapest's active participation in multiple NATO operations and initiatives over the years, as well as its compliance with the bloc's 2% defense spending target. Orban noted that NATO his country joined 25 years ago was a peace project and a military alliance for defense. However, today, instead of peace, the agenda is the pursuit of war. Instead of defense, it is offense, Orban lamented. The premier said, ever more voices within NATO are making the case for the necessity or even inevitability of military confrontation with the world's other geopolitical power centers. He warned that this attitude functions like a self-fulfilling prophecy. He noted that several member states have recently entertained the possibility of launching a NATO operation in Ukraine. In late February, French President Emmanuel Macron said he did not rule out the deployment of French troops to Ukraine, even though his suggestion quickly drew criticism from Germany and other members. The French head of state has doubled down on the controversial idea of multiple occasions since. Just finishing the news. In May, Estonia and neighboring Lithuania signaled their readiness to send troops to Ukraine for logistical and other non-combat missions, according to Orban's Friday op-ed. Unless NATO changes tack now, it will become suicide. Definitely. So I guess that's the question of the world today. For me, it's still a mystery why. I'm not sure if Orban is a right wing, but Pepe Escobar said there's Italian. I don't remember the Italian. Not Meloni, but another. Well, the fascists are not so bad because they are like Catholic. I don't know, but the world is definitely going to the right. Maybe there will be war in 20 years from now, a right-wing war, a classical right-wing war.